Hey, this is Refresh and Reload, Lazarus Returns. I'm here to talk about something we have all been waiting for and talking about for, Jesus, at least a year. I'm here to talk about Star Wars The Old Republic MMO. I am ecstatic for this. It's not just because it's a MMO, not just because it's Star Wars. It's because it's both of those put together and done by my favorite RPG company, BioWare. These dudes knock it out of the park, bring their A game constantly. And I'm really excited with what they've done so far. Been in beta for 3 months. They've lifted the NDA. We're allowed to talk about it. I have a few friends who have been playing with me. And I want to go over a few things really quick. Not in detail, just the general gist and quick overview and see what you guys think as well. So I'm going to start with the biggest thing for me. They talk about RPG being the fourth pillar for their game, the important stuff. And if you've played any of the BioWare games, Mass Effect, Old Republic, any of the stuff that they've done over the years, they've brought that story back, and they're really big on the choices, and they give you the idea that you can pick what's going to happen through what you want to say. And to back that up, they've made this 100% voice active, which is just awesome. First off, getting Commander Shepard to do the trooper female voice almost makes me want to play a female trooper just so I can hear her through the game. But back to what I'm saying, RPG is huge to me in an MMO, and I feel MMOs over the last couple of years have lost the role-playing part of it, and they've brought it and just turned it into a mass combat game and venturing by yourself, and it's not what I want. I want a story. And it's still got all the other stuff, but they've brought story in. They've really kind of developed that. There's points in some of the flash points, like instances in the game where it'll be me and 3 other friends playing. I decided to try out a dark side guy on the Republic to see your choices, and I'm trying to make dark side choices, and they're outrolling me in the conversation and getting the light side choices. And the way that works is 4 people make a choice. It does a random die roll, kind of like drops for treasure, and one of you wins. I just haven't won yet with a dark side choice, and I really freaking want to. Just to see some of it. But it's cool that I'm like, no, God, why? I wanted that. And it immerses you, and the voices immerse you into the RPG environment and the storytelling and part of it. And each one of the classes has their own story that seems like it's going to carry throughout. I know up to my level 23 character, the story is carried through, and it's really cool to see that story, the choices you can make. Very awesome. They've done their favorite thing where they bring in companions, and those companions have story. I've not gotten really deep into that. There actually hasn't been a lot of options to talk to them to get story and get questions. So I don't know if I'm missing something there or if it just isn't in there yet, but I know they will. They've done it in every game. So it really is Mass Effect and Old Republic as an MMO, and God, man, it's so sweet to see that. So really good job. The role-playing part of it's awesome. I'm going to move on here from that. I want to talk about something that is Star Wars, even more so maybe than the species and the alien races, and that's the environment. Now, their environment's really good. I love the art style for it. A lot of people are griping about it, but I love the kind of stylized, cartoon meets realistic style that they've done, and nailed it for me. It nailed it home, and it was a combination of the Clone Wars TV series we've been watching and the puppeteering we've seen over the years through Lucas. Just, I don't know, it captured the feeling of Star Wars for me, and I'm super, super happy with it. It could have gone with a little more customization for the characters, but for what I've seen so far, it's solid. It's not Champion's character creator, but it's still a good character creator. And I'm really happy with that. And you can see in the environment, too, they've done the same thing. They've taken that style of the cartoonishness and realisticness and merged it together in this kind of amazing style. But they're able to do it really well, and they're using the Hero Engine for doing this. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the Hero Engine. My old company I worked for was using it, and we went in for a week and tested with the Simulatronics crew and went through some training, and I got to say the team there is the nicest group of guys, super helpful, and we were building our first MMO for it with Forever Interactive, and that engine is phenomenal, and I can see the brushstrokes, as I say, in their environments. I can tell they're using that engine because I can see the things that we did, and I can see how they're doing it as well and how the tools work. And the best part about it is you could have 10 people building in one zone. One could place house, one could place all the plants, one could do the roads, one could do the water, and someone could be going through and painting all the shadows. And it's a genius system that I'm sure helped BioWare really produce what they've put out so far. And I'm hoping we get to see new planets and worlds because they're using that engine. I think the only bottleneck I see with it is the voice acting stuff. Having to get voice actors to come back and do it, but they've done an amazing job so far, so I'm sure they can keep it up. I'm pretty stoked about that. Other thing, BioWare that's done really well with this MMO coming out. Early guild stuff, getting yourself pre-ordered. It was smart on their end because you can see how many pre-orders came out, people putting their names in and really seeing dedication. But what it's done is help build a strong community to start. A really good stepping stone of guilds coming out. And we're going to be on an RP server because a lot of our guys are big RP people in tabletop world, but also in the MMO we've been doing a little more of it. It's going to be fun. We're doing an all-trooper guild. And what it's allowed us to do is get people in our guild right away. But you can pick allies and adversaries, which I'm really excited to see how that works, what they're going to do with that. Is it really going to affect the game, affect your guild, affect their story? And knowing BioWare, it will, but we haven't got to see a lot of it yet. But the deadline's December 2nd to sign up. So I'll put information below for the Bleak Knots if you're interested in being in an RP group. It's going to be primarily troopers with a smattering of other classes. But there's a few things I do want to see for the guild, and I'm not saying they're not there. We just don't know yet. I want to see guild colors because we want to do like a purple, white, and gold. I want to see guild logos so that you can have a logo like kind of, I think it's Aeon or Ion, however you want to pronounce it. You can make your logo and import it into the game and then use it. I want that for Star Wars, or maybe something similar to Halo or some of the Call of Duties where you can build them. I really want that because I want to be unique, and this game is about uniqueness and it's about story. And to do that, I want to kind of build and make my guild have that feeling. But yeah, guild pre-order, pre-starting, genius. You get your own web page. It's all in one spot. Really, really smart. Good job. I do have a few critiques, a few negative things. The queue times for beta have been fucking long. I think I was 1,700 and it took like an hour and 30 minutes to get in. Now I know there are long queue times the first month or so of an MMO that comes out, but somebody in the MMO sphere needs to figure out how to nip it in the ass and stop it from happening. It's very frustrating where you go, I'm home from work, I get home at like 8 o'clock, I want to play, but it's going to take me an hour and 45 to log out, and I go to bed in an hour. It's unacceptable. There's got to be a way to fix it. BioWare, I think you can find it, and I'm hoping that's what all these tests have been for, is finding a way to kind of cut back on that. So notice the last couple times I've signed on, it's been a little bit quicker. Lag problems. This patch is the best patch so far for lag. A lot less up and down on the ping, but there's other lag in areas where it's highly populated and a lot of people. That lag you get in an MMO, but as polished as they are and as polished as they should be for release and the money they're putting into it, I'm hoping to get rid of the lag problems. I have some that my buddy doesn't. I think it has to do with graphic card differences because the rest of our specs are very similar. EA and security, if you saw my previous video, the previous video makes me want to drink. Security questions and locking me out and then making me call or email them to get information. Or worse, filling out a form that's not just drop-down menu selection. You actually have them fill something out. That makes no sense. You don't do customer support like that. It just, ask anyone in the industry. It's not good. And I don't know if EA is doing that or BioWare, but please, God, fix that. Don't let them type it out. Have the categories and go from there. And then if more needs to be done, they can type it out in the second email. It should just be quick problem solving. Bad. I had to call. I was on hold for like 20 minutes to get through and get shit fixed. So, very annoying. And I'm hoping EA doesn't botch security on this. I had some problems with the original Dragon Age and downloadable content and security issues. I don't want to have that again with a game that I'm even more ecstatic about than Dragon Age. Just fucking no. Don't let it happen. But for criticisms, though, I think that the long load times, the lag problems, and the security can be handled, and I think they will handle it well. There's some cool stuff if you haven't been in beta yet. I am going to talk about this. It's a little out of section, but when you go into the main area on your space station in the first section, and usually around like level 10 or 12, there is a moment where you look around and you start to realize that they have all the accommodations that you get points, like things, kills from, have it be flashpoints or people you defeat, and you can go trade things in. They have a light and dark side vendor on the Republic side and the Sith side. We have to have an alignment of a certain thing to get those items. Very fucking cool. But they've also added things like a security vendor, which I don't know what that's going to be yet. There's a VIP room, which is like 1 million credits, or special edition pre-orders and stuff are going to get access to it. And if it's like Champions, where you get like a teleport card, stuff like that, stoked, because I have lifetime for Champs. And it's really cool, those little extra perks you get. And I'm hoping BioWare is taking the cue from other MMO companies and doing the same thing. They've also done some really cool stuff with your pre-order. I got a black and yellow lightsaber color, or a crystal that you can use to alter your blaster shots or your lightsaber shots. and it's like a black core and like an orangish yellow outside. That kind of stuff's really neat. Like, I love when the pre-order stuff is in the game, and you can rebuy it and every character gets it. Please keep everything account wide. I had Champions for a while didn't, and they had it where you bought it, it was for one character. Keep the account wide stuff. But overall, the game is so polished and so well done, and the voice acting is amazing. And just to have the voice acting in an MMO, I gotta say, I'm more excited for this MMO than I have been for any other one. I was really excited for Rift, and I love Rift because I know guys from Tryon. But, God, there's just something about the way this is done. And they've really brought together their years of making fantastic RPGs, fantastic games, and they've put it all together in one game finally and just grasped it and said, damn it, we're making the best we can make. And they've done that. They've made an amazing, amazing game. So, in closing, I got a couple cool things for you guys. One, we're going to run another contest this month. We gave away 1,600 Microsoft points last month. We're going to be doing something else. I'm not going to say what it is here, but I say we're giving something away. It's going to be Twitter related. We're trying to get our Twitters up and our followers up, and we want you to share us because we want more people involved. The more they're involved, the better stuff we're going to be able to do. So there's going to be a contest. It should be up tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be pretty sweet. And other than that, just remember, follow us on Twitter. You love our opinions because we love our opinions. Follow us, refresh us, reload us, comment to your friends, talk about us, and just retweet stuff that we have or re-Google Plus stuff that we have. Because the more people that are outside of this sphere, the bigger we can get and the more we can do. We do have some new writers going to be coming out in the next couple of months, and I'm pretty stoked. We've had a great couple of months of this, and the site's been doing well because of you guys. So we're doing these contests to give back for it. But other than that, man, I'm going to continue drinking. And I play Old Republic, but it's down right now. So I think I'm going to play some Skyrim instead. Maybe get an adventure of Skyrim up for you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.
I am the shit. I hold heat like cigarettes. No one else is doing this. Work this hard, you get respect.